Hey everybody, I am Haley Gray and I'm the founder of the Women's Entrepreneur Network. And I'm here with a little experiment tonight that I'm not going to fully explain before we get underway with doing it. Tonight, we are making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And Karen from Australia has very kindly given me an alternate version of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So she's going to instruct me on the proper way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, I'm sitting in a strange spot that you may not recognize because I'm sitting in my kitchen and Karen is sitting in Australia. So Karen is going to very kindly show me how to make her version of this treat. So Karen, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello. And
Thank you for having me.
Two pretty awesome businesses too. I want to go ahead and highlight that. You have Wiseowl Legal, which is some pretty amazing legal software for law practices, attorney practices.
Yes.
Which is like the whole kit and caboodle shebang, helps people amazingly, and an amazing accounting firm. And you were very kind about agreeing to play along with me tonight. So what am I supposed to do next? I've got a plate, I have peanut butter, and I have celery.
Well, your original request was how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. How do I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Well, jelly is something that you eat with custard in Australia. That's not jelly, that's jam.
Oh.
But even so, if we then substitute the word jam in for jelly, because I'm a proud Aussie, that's going to pollute fantastic peanut butter.
Yeah, it might.
Yuck. It's going to be too sweet.
Okay.
So my alternative, and I have another problem because I'm celiac and I can't eat wheat. Mm-hmm. So ditch the bread and put it on celery.
Okay.
So the idea is you put
the bread on the celery?
No, forget the bread. Put the bread in the bin where it belongs. So you take a piece of celery, not the leafy end,
take a piece of celery, the bottom end,
and cut it. End. Yeah, cut the bottom end off. Hold on, it comes off.
Cut the bottom end off.
And then you cut a piece from the end.
Okay.
That is about.
Cut the end off. Okay, I got this.
The end that was connected to the ground gets cut off.
So I've got this, and I've got my celery, and I've got the end.
Yep.
And I'm going to cut the end off.
You're going to cut the bottom inch off. 1 inch off the bottom.
1 inch off the bottom. Got it.
Knife won't like the plastic.
Got it.
Now we want a nice, fresh, clean piece of celery about 2.5 inches long. And I've even used inches.
5 centimeters long.
Yes.
A nice, clean piece of celery.
So you're going to have to remove the plastic. Which actually goes without saying.
Does it? Remove the plastic.
You're going to cut the plastic off nicely without damaging the celery.
Cut the plastic off nicely without damaging the celery.
So probably get a nice sharp knife other than your chopper. No, not that sort. Get a real knife and just put under the plastic. Put under the plastic and cut it up so that you don't damage the beautiful celery.
Okay, under the plastic and cut it up.
Yep. Beautiful. Perfect. Well done. You're learning Australian.
Getting there. Okay, now what am I supposed to do?
Now you take the celery without the plastic.
Celery without the plastic. Okay. So celery without the plastic.
Yay. And we want you're holding it up correct. We're holding take a piece off what is now the top, about 2.5 inches long, and cut it at that point across the narrow bit. Right there, yep. Now, take the 2.5-inch piece, yep, that one, and open up the peanut butter jar. And get that peanut butter to have as much, put as much peanut butter in the inside the round part of the piece of celery. Put as much peanut butter as you possibly can. That way, load it all on top. More the better.
The more the better, huh?
A small knife would do. A small knife or a teaspoon will do it fine. You've got too many choices.
Implement of distraction. You're right. I might have too many choices.
Yay. Oh, that looks good. And enjoy. You can stop there.
Let me cut it back, because if I try to eat that much peanut butter, I'll be really sick.
Well, you're talking to someone that eats it by the spoonful.
I frequently do, but if I have other things. So, peanut butter, celery.
Yum.
Have you ever put raisins on these?
Oh, you could put raisins on it, but I don't. I don't often have raisins in the house.
So this is your alternative to peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
We actually put some of these on a platter of prawns, which are oversized shrimps, recently, and took it to a friend's for lunch. And there was a gentleman there in his 80s, and he was like a kid in a lolly shop when he saw peanut butter on celery.
Really?
Yeah.
So, cultural difference, one of the things we do in America.
And that's real peanut butter.
In the South, that's particular to the South, is we put pimento cheese on celery.
Oh, yes. Cream cheese on celery is lovely.
Well, it's not cream cheese, it's pimento cheese.
Which might have a kick to it.
It does. It has pimentos and cheddar cheese, a little bit of cream cheese, mayo, and some other stuff in it.
Yum.
So it's a little bit spicy.
Mm.
Awesome. Cool. I didn't make too much of a mess.
But
y'all can see how, the specificities of the English language are kind of fascinating here. So, yeah. And it's easy to misinterpret. Cut the end off. Okay, here. Take it out of the bag first. Right. You love PB and celery. Yeah. I mean, PB and celery is pretty good. So I love it. Yeah. And I will eat it later. I'm not going to eat it all on camera, because I will get sick if I do that. But yeah, thank you for playing with me. So I'm going to go and try to read this other instruction right here. And you can laugh if you want, Karen. So Pamela says, gather your ingredients. You'll need 2 slices of your favorite bread, peanut butter, and your favorite jelly. You will also need a plate, a napkin, okay, and a knife. I don't know what we're doing for the napkin, but okay, we're going to try this. And she did say knife, so we have a knife. And somehow we are going to spread about a tablespoon of peanut butter on 1 slice of bread. So we need 2 slices of your favorite bread. So I'm going to play nice at least through this part because I'm not going to destroy my entire loaf of bread in one go because my sons would be irritated at mom for doing that. So we have 2 slices of bread. And now we are putting a tablespoon of peanut butter on the bread. So she doesn't say. Okay, so gather it all together. I have a plate, a napkin, a knife, my peanut butter, and my favorite jelly. Spread about a tablespoon of peanut butter on 1 slice of bread. Okay, here's my bread. Here's my peanut butter. I'm going to spread my peanut butter on my bread. That's not working very well.
Is this why you have the napkin?
I don't know. She hasn't said what the application for the napkin is, but my bread is not holding up very well. Okay, let me double check those instructions again, okay? So I'm gonna have peanut butter all over everything. Take the other slice of bread and spread a layer of jelly on it. Bread, jelly. It's not going very far. So I guess we're missing some steps here. Open the jelly and try to spread some jelly on it. And then, okay, I got some jelly on it. And place the peanut butter covered slice on top of the jelly covered slice. Like that. And facing each other on the inside of the sandwich, and cut the sandwich into half diagonally. Okay, they're facing each other, and now I need to cut them diagonally. Y'all are gonna have to like leave me for a minute when I say I am going to slice my bread diagonally.
The camera needs to go down a bit more so we can see.
Diagonally. Right? That's diagonal. Sorry, Pam. And then she doesn't say what the napkin is for. Tiff says to dip it in batter and deep fry to a golden brown. I'm going to skip those steps because, well, we could be here all night. Okay, so we're going to call that one dead. And wash the peanut butter off my hand. I'll be safe that it's very conveniently off camera. And okay, so Karen,
Lee has an amazing suggestion.
Yeah, she does. Lay Scheidel. Yay, Lay. Take out a plate. Okay, plate. Take 2 pieces of bread out from the package. Okay. Lay might be a programmer or an engineer. I'm just saying. She actually is. And lay the 2 pieces of bread flat on the plate. Okay. Okay. And so bread plate. Get the peanut butter and jelly. Get a knife, open the jelly jar, dip the knife into the jelly and take out rough 1 to 1.5 teaspoons. Knife, teaspoons. Got it. And spread over jelly to cover one side. Teaspoons. And spread over jelly to cover one side. That is one side, yes. And we're going to carefully cover one side. And like, you'd be happy to know this is my favorite cherry jam that I'm using for this.
And it's not going to pollute the peanut butter if you put the peanut butter on the other side.
Wipe the knife off on the other clean piece of bread. Okay. And this is where I'm going to shift knives, because pick up that piece of bread and take out roughly 1 to 2 teaspoons. I don't cross-contaminate my food like that. So I'm just going to switch knives. Trust me, I have a whole army of these things. Knife number 2, pick up the second piece of bread. Get the peanut butter, open the jar. Jar is open. Dip the knife into the peanut butter and take roughly 1 to 2, 1.5 teaspoons of peanut butter and spread over this side of the bread you wipe the knife with until covered on this side. Okay, got it. Peanut butter. Ta-da. And on the side of the bread. One side of the bread. Like that. Okay. And spread over the side. You wipe underneath until covered on this side. Knife covered side. Place the peanut butter cover piece of bread face down onto the jelly side of the other piece. That looks good. Take a knife and cut diagonally top to bottom. Diagonally top to bottom. Like so. There we go. And, you know, this is not trying to be like totally hilarious, but the reality here is like, this shows, I think, pretty quickly just how imprecise the language can be, right? You can see like, and you go from one culture to another, and you know, even though we had American adults writing instructions for another American adult, you know, I followed the instructions exactly, you know, cutting diagonally, you know, putting it on one edge, one side, right? So that's the hard part, you know, like when we're communicating with people across times and cultures and spaces and everything. It's really hard to communicate something, you know, even as simple as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So imagine like communicating like with somebody in a different country. Karen actually had a really awesome point when we got on. you were talking about how you used to have to call for software support in Canada. And as soon as you used anything that resembled Australian slang, they would shut down. And I would argue that people actually shut down just as soon as you start using, highly technical language in your marketing a lot of times. Or I've actually seen that with the highly technical language being a problem for, business owners and marketers. If you're using something that's highly technical and highly specific, depending on how it's targeted, you could lose people really quickly. And just to prove that I do indeed know how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, ta-da, I present a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that looks like it's seen better days. It's an interesting cultural thing. And I have my celery delight here, the peanut butter celery crisp.
That needs raisins?
It needs, clearly, or something. No, it's good the way it is. So, yeah, I want to say thank you, for playing with me on this because, as funny as it can be, definitely I got really good instructions, from our adults that were playing along with me on this. And, it's just, I think it goes to show how tricky it can be to communicate. So, and how tricky language can be and how tricky it can be to interpret. And even if you think you know your audience, sometimes you really don't, right? Or you think you know or understand the culture. Sometimes you don't. One of the wacky things about me is I was actually not raised in the United States. So I eat my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with a knife and fork. And pizza and hamburgers with a knife and fork. So yeah, cultural differences can be really subtle, and they can permeate. Linguistic differences can be very different and very subtle and permeate everything. So thank you, Karen, for playing along with me.
Thank you, Haley.
Doing this. I hope that you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you for sharing the celery and peanut butter. I went out special today and got celery to make this with. And I did. I actually specifically got celery from the grocery store because you posted your celery recipe. Thank you. And, hopefully this has provided at least a little bit of entertainment for people. And hopefully y'all will get a giggle out of watching me attempt to make peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And now I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich finally. Thank y'all. Take care. Have a good night and have a good day, Karen. Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday.
Sunday for me.
Sunday for you. Yeah, still Saturday for me. I'm still on the weekend. Y'all take care.
Bye.